Welcome to your Cyber Tips Explainer, where we make everyday people understand the cyber world around us. All right, so today we're unpacking a story that seriously feels like it's been ripped straight out of a Hollywood blockbuster, but it is terrifyingly real. It's the story of how one of the world's most iconic car brands, a true titan of industry, was brought to its knees by a single, solitary click. We're talking about the insane cyber attack on Jaguar Land Rover. This breach was so catastrophic it didn't just stop an assembly line, it sent shockwaves through an entire economy, completely rewriting the rules of what we thought was even possible in cyber warfare. And let's be crystal clear about something from the get-go. This isn't just a story about servers and code. No, from the very beginning, this was about people. As Member of Parliament Liam Byrne put it, this was a digital siege, a virtual attack with just devastating real-world consequences, where families suddenly faced total uncertainty and jobs were just hanging by a thread. This right here is the human cost of a modern war, one that's not fought on a battlefield, but through keyboards and fiber optic cables, with people's livelihoods as the collateral damage. So to really get a handle on the sheer scale of this disaster, you first have to understand the target. I mean, Jaguar Land Rover isn't just some car company. For generations, it's been one of the crown jewels of British manufacturing, a global symbol of engineering and luxury. It's a behemoth, really, an incredibly complex machine of design, production, and logistics that all have to work in perfect harmony. JLR is the UK's biggest car maker, with massive production plants spread across 4 continents. Now, here's where a key vulnerability was hiding in plain sight. It's IT and OT systems. Just think of it like this. IT, information technology, that's the company's brain. The corporate networks, emails, all the financial stuff. But OT, operational technology, that's the company's muscles and nervous system. We're talking about the robotic arms on the assembly line, the sensors, the actual machinery that physically builds the cars. At JLR, these two systems were deeply woven together, along with a huge global supply chain. It was designed for efficiency, sure, but it also created one giant, sprawling, and, tragically, vulnerable target. A weakness in the brain could now completely paralyze the muscles. Okay, so every good heist story needs its masterminds, right? And the group that stepped out of the shadows to claim responsibility for this digital siege, well, they were no amateurs. They were a new and incredibly formidable force in the world of cybercrime, an alliance built for one thing, and one thing only: maximum disruption. They called themselves the Scattered Lapsus Hunters. Seriously, just imagine a supergroup of rock star criminals. This alliance popped up in mid-2025, and it was basically a merger of 3 of the most audacious hacker groups on the planet. And their signature wasn't just breaking into systems, it was the public spectacle. These guys thrived on chaos, using platforms like Telegram to leak stolen data, mock their victims, and taunt the authorities. They turned their digital crimes into a kind of high-stakes psychological warfare. And this table right here illustrates their genius. It was a specialist alliance, a digital dream team of destruction. First, you had Scattered Spider, the smooth-talking social engineers. They were absolute masters of deception, who could charm their way into getting that first critical foot in the door. Then you had Lapsus, who were basically the PR arm of extortion. They were experts at applying insane psychological pressure to force a payout. And finally, you had Shiny Hunters, the meticulous librarians of stolen data, just methodical and brilliant at harvesting massive amounts of information to sell. Together, they were ruthlessly efficient, a 3-headed monster, where each head had a specific, devastating job to do. So, we've got our target, a global industrial giant. We've got our villains, a sophisticated and brazen criminal alliance. Now, let's get to the heist itself. See, this wasn't about blowing the doors off the vault with some kind of complex, unknown exploit. No, it was a patient, meticulous plan that hinged on one single, tragically predictable thing: human error. This was not a random shot in the dark. For months, the social engineers from Scattered Spider were basically digital anthropologists. They lived on LinkedIn and other social media, studying JLR employees. They learned their job titles, their projects, their professional circles, even the slang they used. And with all this intel, they didn't send out generic spam. They crafted these highly personalized, super convincing emails, a technique we call spear phishing, and sent them to specific people. And then, on August 31st, 2025, they got what they were waiting for. One person, somewhere in that huge global network, just doing their job, clicked one link. And with that one click, Bam! The first domino fell. That malicious link stole the employees' login details. The attackers then cleverly bypassed the company's multi-factor authentication, the very security measure designed to stop this exact kind of thing. Once they were inside, they were like ghosts in the machine. They moved silently from system to system, finding weak spots, escalating their privileges until they literally had the keys to the entire kingdom. They didn't just steal data, they seized control of the operational technology, the heart and soul of the assembly lines. And then, with the whole empire at their mercy, they pulled the plug. So, you might be asking yourself, how did they move so freely and get so much power so fast? Well, get this. One of the biggest vulnerabilities wasn't some futuristic zero-day exploit, it was digital dust. The attackers found old, forgotten login details for a project management tool called Jira, dating all the way back to 2021. This was the forgotten key left in the lock, a simple failure of digital cleanup that gave these hackers a critical path to turn their break-in into a full-blown nation-shaking catastrophe. So the hackers were in, the systems were down, the digital heist was a horrifying success. But the real story here is the fallout, that digital siege that brought not just a company, but a huge part of an entire economy to a grinding halt. The numbers you're about to see are just staggering, and each one tells a story of profound disruption. First, just the silence. For over 5 weeks, the assembly lines that build some of the world's most famous cars were completely dead. From September 1st all the way to a slow, phased restart on October 8th, not a single new vehicle rolled off the line. Can you imagine the sound of a massive global factory floor, a place normally buzzing with industry, just falling completely silent? That's the sound of this attack. Next, let's talk about the direct hit to the company's wallet. In just 1 quarter, Jaguar Land Rover reported a staggering loss of £485 million. Now, to put that into perspective, in the same period just the year before, they'd made a healthy profit of almost £400 million. This single attack didn't just hurt them, it completely wiped out their profitability and plunged them deep into the red. That's a financial swing of almost £1 billion. But the ripple effect? Well, it was even more devastating. The total estimated cost to the entire UK economy was a breathtaking £1.9 billion. This wasn't a corporate problem anymore. This was a national economic event, a crisis that officially became the most damaging and costly cyber attack in British history. A single click had now cost a nation billions. And behind those billions are people. Real people with families, with mortgages. Hundreds, maybe thousands of workers in the huge supply chain that feeds JLR were laid off or furloughed. Their factories had no parts to take, no orders to fill. Trade unions reported that staff were literally being told to apply for universal credit, the government's social safety net. This is the true human cost, measured not in pounds, but in livelihoods put on hold, in futures suddenly made uncertain. The impact was so significant that it showed up on the national radar at the very highest level. The Bank of England, the institution that manages the UK's entire economy, officially cited the JLR cyber attack as one of the reasons for the country's slower GDP growth. I mean, think about that for a second. One hack, started by one click, was now a noticeable drag on an entire nation's economic engine. Now look, a story of this magnitude can leave you feeling kind of helpless, right? Even hopeless. But the point of this explainer isn't just to tell you about a disaster, it's to learn from it. JLR's crisis gives us a powerful, hard-won blueprint for building the digital fortresses we all need to survive in this new, dangerous world. So we have to ask the critical question, right? How could this have been stopped? What are the practical, real-world steps that can prevent your organization, or even you, from becoming the next headline? Well, the answers fall into 2 key areas: technology and people. Okay, the first layer is technical. These are the nuts and bolts of a strong defense. Enforce multi-factor authentication everywhere, no exceptions. Remember how the attackers bypassed it? That happens when it's not set up right or not required for every single access point. Next, segment your networks. Build a digital wall between the corporate brain, the IT, and the factory floor muscles, the OT. That way, a breach in one doesn't automatically kill the other. You gotta be obsessive about cleaning up, rotating credentials, and getting rid of old accounts, like those 2021 Jira logins that became the forgotten key. And finally, you need advanced security tools that can spot a ghost in the machine before it takes over the whole house. But technology, as this case proves better than any other, is never enough. The attack started with a human, so the defense has to be built around humans too. We need to build a human firewall. And that means ongoing, realistic training, not some boring once-a-year slideshow. Run fake phishing attacks to see who clicks, and use it as a teaching moment, not a punishment. Have a plan for when things go wrong, and they will, and practice it so you're not making it up in the middle of a 5-alarm fire. And most importantly, you have to build a culture where security isn't just the IT department's problem. It's everyone's responsibility, from the CEO down to the intern on their very first day. And that brings us to the single most important lesson from this entire £1.9 billion catastrophe. Cybersecurity has fundamentally changed. It is not a cost center. It's not some back office IT function you can just ignore until something breaks. In our super connected world, for any modern organization, it is the very heartbeat of our operations. And as Jaguar Land Rover learned in the most painful way you can imagine, when that heartbeat stops, everything stops with it. The question for all of us is no longer if an attack will happen, but how we will keep running when it does. Go on a watch marathon of our playlists with friends or colleagues to become a cybersecurity expert. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like and share this video with someone you deeply care about to have a foolproof cyber defense.